Hi everyone and welcome to Just Love. My name is Paula and I'm here with Judy. Hi Judy.
Hi Paula, hi everyone.
In this episode, Judy is going to read two more beautiful messages from her book, The Way of the Forest, Spiritual Teachings from the Family. The first one is entitled Teachings Within Nature. Judy received this message on the 31st of August 1990, so that's 34 years ago almost to the date. The second message is entitled Difficulties of Life, so sit back and relax and prepare to be amazed yet again by these wonderful teachings.
Thanks Paula. Wow, fancy that, this message being given 34 years ago.
I know.
Okay, here it is. God reaches you and Spirit teaches you through the language of nature, if you will only take the time to listen and interpret the message. It is through nature that God manifests upon the physical plane. Those who live close to nature can see and understand the significance of these messages and signs, whereas many who live in cities surrounded by so-called civilization cannot. They may pride themselves on their material possessions and upon what they call progress, but they cannot perceive what is plainly there, right before their eyes. They are both blinded and deafened by their unnatural way of life. Within the heart of nature lies the secret wisdom of the ancients, deep knowledge which helps you to unfold and develop, and to understand more clearly the mysteries of life, death, and rebirth. This is knowledge which every one of you must eventually acquire. In the ways of nature, all is laid out before you, there for the taking when you are ready to receive it. For example, your slow and often frustrating progress through many various lives lived upon the physical plane, gradually leading you ever upwards towards the freedom and joy of spiritual unfoldment, is well illustrated by the lowly caterpillar weaving itself a protective cocoon in which it can safely develop and prepare itself to eventually emerge into the beauty and splendour of a butterfly. The caterpillar, wrapped tightly in the protection of its cocoon, may be likened to a human being living upon the physical plane, wrapped up in the cocoon of their karmic web. Although it is both confining and constraining, that web of karma is most necessary for the soul's growth and development. Just like a butterfly, the human spirit would not have the opportunity to grow and mature if it did not suffer the constant constraint of karmic bonds to bind it and hold it down upon the physical plane. Without its cocoon of karma in which to grow, it would remain like a caterpillar, undeveloped and earthbound, trapped within the physical form, and never reaching its full potential as a resplendent being of light, possessing the freedom and expansion of cosmic awareness. A chick hatching from its shell can also teach you much about your life and death in the physical world and subsequent birth into higher realms. During a life lived upon the earth plane, a soul is dependent upon and nourished by the physical shell, the body in which it dwells. At death, the newly emerged soul casts off this confining shell and takes flight, free as a bird, into the world of spirit. Even the ancient teaching of birth and rebirth, reincarnation, is duplicated within nature by the ever-changing and repeating cycle of the seasons and tides. The contrast we experience between night and day serves well to illustrate our blind groping in the darkness and illusions of life on the physical plane, compared to the brilliant illumination of life in the higher realms of spirit. Your existence in physical form on earth is the equivalent of nighttime. The darkness which surrounds you clouds your vision and limits your perceptions, and everything you do must be undertaken with care and caution, as you cannot see clearly where you are going or what is ahead of you. You have only the weak light of the moon, a mere reflection of the sun, to guide you along the path. You feel trapped and enclosed by the darkness and enmeshed in dreams and illusion. The bright sunshine of the daylight hours represents your rebirth into spirit at the end of each physical life. The veil of darkness is lifted from your eyes and your vision cleared. You are fully awake and alert to what is happening around you. All can be seen, perceived and understood, and the way, illuminated in bright light, is now easy for you to follow. Illusion is cast aside and all is revealed. At the end of the day, the sun sinks once more below the horizon and you again descend into the darkness of night until the rebirth of another day, bringing with it light and illumination afresh. The gradual unfolding and blossoming of a human spirit over the span of many lives is so very like the unfolding of a rosebud. At first it is closed tightly, protected and nurtured within itself, with only a hint of the colour and perfume which is to come. As the petals slowly open, so slowly that the process cannot easily be perceived, more and more of the colour and scent becomes discernible. Finally it reaches a stage of full bloom. The richness of its colour shines forth for all to see, and the strength and sweetness of its perfume brings pleasure to all who pass by. As above, so below. If you wish to have the ancient mysteries revealed to you, they are there, right before your eyes, laid open within the heart of nature, if you can but see. They are illustrated clearly and precisely, readily discernible when you are able to perceive them. Just as a tree sheds its layer of bark or the fruit ripens on the vine at its time of year, you also must wait for your time. When the time is right, all will be shown to you.
So many wonderful analogies in that message worth repeating, Judy. So the first is, just like a butterfly, the human spirit would not have the opportunity to grow and mature if it did not suffer the constraint of karmic bonds to bind it and hold it down upon the physical plane. Without its cocoon of karma in which to grow, it would remain like a caterpillar, undeveloped and earthbound, trapped within physical form and never reaching its full potential as a resplendent being of light, possessing the freedom and expansion of cosmic awareness. This ties in with our conversation around karma from our last episode, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does, Paula. It's all about observation and acknowledgement, hey? And also timing. When the time is right, all will be shown to you. But you need to train your mind to be open enough to be able to see and acknowledge.
And some more comparisons. The gradual unfolding and blossoming of a human spirit over the span of many lives is so very like the unfolding of a rosebud. We usually don't see it as a gradually unfolding over many lifetimes, do we?
This is why the acceptance of reincarnation is so vitally important. Not accepting reincarnation can be compared to looking at a beautifully intricate and multicoloured tapestry and seeing only the stitches of one colour. All the rest, which provides you with a full picture, is missing.
Very good. Yeah. And the last one, just as a tree sheds its layer of bark or the fruit ripens on the vine at its time of year, you also must wait for your time. When the time is right, all will be shown to you, and that time may or not be in this lifetime.
Absolutely. And again, the acceptance of reincarnation takes away so much frustration and disappointment that you haven't achieved all that you wanted to achieve in your life, which happens with many people as they get older. Many people get depressed thinking about this and get bogged down in all the if-onlys and wish-I-could-haves. You always get another chance in another life if it's something that you really are meant to do.
So true.
Okay, on that note, here's a second message entitled Difficulties of Life. Dear friends, we know that it is not always easy to live in your world, surrounded as you are by the often negative aspects of life upon a planet such as Earth, with many lost souls who do not strive for peace and harmony within. But if you are able to cultivate love, empathy and goodwill towards others in your own heart, it will then overflow to the hearts and minds of those around you. Please understand that there are many good people in all cultures and truly spiritual followers of all religions. Most human hatred and prejudice stems from misunderstanding and ignorance. Do not be ever ready to criticise and judge, but rather learn to listen and try to understand the way others think and the reasons for their being. Cast aside your veil of ignorance and your blindfold of intolerance, and try just a little to see things through the eyes of others. All are children of God. All are an essential and important part of universal oneness, and each and every one is a unique and special member of the family of humanity, and really not so very different from one another. All must dwell upon your beautiful planet Earth, and to do so in peace and harmony begins with the heart of every single one of you. So in these difficult times of turmoil and trouble, please try just a little harder, for when your friends on high levels of reality look down upon you and perceive your blindness to the light of oneness which shines forth from others who share your world, we feel much sadness, for your intolerance and ignorance only serve to cripple and hold back your own spiritual progress, which is the very last thing we wish for you. As Paula mentioned at the beginning of the book, these messages is taken from The Way of the Forest, Spiritual Teachings from the Family, and is available as a free download on my website listed below. My other 5 books, all available through Amazon, are Human by Day, Zeta by Night, followed by The Zeta Message, then Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth, Lessons in History, and my 2 most recent books, both Kindle editions, and both also available in German, An Interview with an Alien, Comments by an Undercover ET, and Cosmic Spirituality, Blending Religion and Science in Oneness from an Off-Planet Perspective.
Thank you so much, Jude, and thanks everyone for listening. Please share, like and subscribe. Sending you all much love, and bye for now.